Yo, what's the deal? It's your boy Ronald from Sweet Soul Gaming. And before we get to my predictions, I just want to say this. Why y'all hating on the Bay, man? Why y'all hating on the Bay? Shout out to my boy CJ out here doing his thing. But, anyways, here we go. Here are some of my predictions from last week. We have Toronto Defiant and Houston Outlaws. Like I predicted, Houston Outlaws was going to win 3-1, and I said Toronto was going to win one map, only because Toronto was a good team, but they don't know how to win. They have not been consistent at all, and it shows. And something I do have been watching the games and then playing as an Overwatch player who plays it constantly, that when you play matches against it's like scrims. If you play matches back to back, you're gonna get the same results if you play the same way. And I really feel that Toronto does not have an identity. They don't know what they want to play with, and that tank line got smashed last week. Houston smashed that tank line, and on the outlaw side, I want to see Jake on Lucio more. More Lucio Jake. Let's push that. Lucio, and Jake, man. Jake on Lucio. Push it. But Dante was Dante, and Happy was Happy. Happy is good, man. Um, the second line, Piggy. You got Piggy and Dreamer, unstoppable. But other than that, Toronto has a lot of work to do, man. I ain't feeling Toronto. Then we have the next matchup. We have Atlanta Rain versus Vancouver Titans. I predicted Atlanta was going to beat them 3-1. I was hoping that Vancouver would get a map win, but they did not. But they actually kind of made me mad. Laughing and stuff over a loss in the professional stage is so unprofessional and disrespectful. You have a lot of players out there, a lot of people who don't have teams, a lot of players who don't have teams who would love to take your place and play for Vancouver, and you guys are up there laughing when you're losing, laughing it off. I mean, laughing it off is cool in ranked when you're playing at home, streaming, but in a professional stage like that, nah. If I lost 3-0 on a professional stage, I'll be pissed. But I'll never be an Overwatch player like that. But shout out to Linkser. Linkser out there doing his thing. I mean, what can you do, man? And thanks for showing that you care. On to the next one. On a positive side, the match of the century. We had Dallas Fuel versus SF Shock. And my boys came up on top 3-1. Five maps, man. I did predict it. That's one thing I did get right. It was five maps. But and shot go on top. I had my doubts. I ain't gonna lie, cause Dallas looked like a scary team. But you know, when Krusty on their side, they always overcome it. And all the time when they lose, when a shot, I never saw since Krusty has been the coach and he had the players. I have never saw the Shock lose two straight to someone. So you might beat the Shock one time, but you're not gonna beat them the next time. And but I will say this: the next match, I don't know who's gonna win, but I'm waiting for the next match. I'm actually excited. That was Overwatch, man. That's how Overwatch should play. If you guys have time, go type it up on YouTube. Check it out. Dallas Fuel versus SF Shock, Week 2 June Joust. Because that was a bloodbath, man. That was a good matchup. Um, but let's move on. Oh, yeah, Nero was awesome. Nero, the slander for Nero needs to stop, man. Because he going to die. But he's going to make that play before he dies. And shout out to Dallas Fuel, man. Sparkle and Fearless are still scary, and Doha. All them dudes are still scary, which is why we're gonna go to my predictions for this week. First off, for Thursday, we have Paris Internal versus Boston Uprising, two teams that came off of some fresh wins. And I have to say, I'm going to go with Boston 3-1 because I actually like the team a little bit better. I'm 37. I like everybody on there. I um I actually am excited to see these two matchups because we're gonna see more Naga, man, on the Echo because that was some good ass Echo play. But moving on to the next, for the last match of the night, we have Florida Mayhem versus Dallas Fuel. I'm going with Dallas on this one because Florida Mayhem hasn't really shown me nothing in this June Joust. They got obliterated by Houston Outlaws, and they're really supposed to be a better team at that. We're gonna see how badly they can adjust without the Tracer, and how I mean OGE is good with the Reinhardt, but with the Winston, but we're gonna see how we adjust. And BQB is BQB. That's a good ass. He's a really good hit scan player. His ash is like crazy. Check out some tape on him. But I'm going with Dallas on this one. And I'm gonna leave you guys right there. We enjoy the games on Thursday. I probably won't be able to get to watch them because I'm gonna be at work all day. Other than that, man, you guys have a good night. Sweet Soul Gaming, Rhino here. Check out my podcast, get it off your chest, and follow me. Let's talk Overwatch. Peace.